Kelly Volker. I'm on the Graco social media team, and today we're going to talk to you about a brand new feature on one of our newest pack and plays. It's called the reversible napper and changer. Chad, one of our engineers, is going to talk you through how to assemble and use this new feature. If you're looking for information or videos on how to assemble your pack and play, we have other videos. Just check out our channel. So here's Chad, and enjoy.
Hi, I'm Chad Robbins. I'm an engineer here at Graco, and I'm here today to walk you through the assembly of your reversible napper changer. It's an accessory to your pack and play. Let's grab your instruction manual and we'll get started. Okay, let's turn to page 22 in your instruction manual. On page 22, it walks you through the components that you should have in your box. There's 5 components that we need for this step. These two tubes are identical to each other. We have a foam piece that goes on top of the tube. It's very important that you leave this foam on. It is there for safety reasons. You'll notice also that there's a longer section and a shorter section of tube, and that's important for the orientation during the assembly sequence. We also have 2 of these plastic components. This one is a bit larger than the other one, so there is a difference, and we'll get into these in a second. We also have the fabric itself. Now we have 2 sides of the fabric. We have this softer side, which is where your baby will nap, and we have the slick side, which is where you will change your baby. Now there's a couple features to notice about this. First, there is a sleeve that extends all the way through the fabric. Inside of this sleeve is where we'll assemble these other components in a few moments. Now there's 2 sides to this sleeve. There's one side that has straps on it, and the other side does not. So that will be handy in a moment. So we'll leave this with the napper side facing up. Okay, let's first get started. We'll grab the larger of the 2 plastic components. Now there's an orientation to this that is important. You'll notice there's a curve on the top here. You'll also notice that there's a channel down here where we're going to be inserting the tube. We want the channel on the bottom half of this component. Now, you may have received the component in this orientation where the channel is on the top side of the component. We want to get that down to the bottom, and the way we do that is by depressing the button, pulling up on this component, rotating 180 degrees, and then pushing it down into place, and it'll snap into place. There we go. So now that we have that in the correct orientation, we're going to grab one of the tubes. Now we're going to grab the end of the tube that's a bit longer, and you'll notice there is a keyed feature on the top of the tube. Now we're going to orient that, you'll notice, with the keyed feature of this plastic part. And now we're going to take this, insert the tube into that channel. You may need to wiggle it a bit, and there gets to be a point where you need to depress this button here as you're inserting. So the button's inside. Now we need that button to pop through this hole here. You may have went too far like I did, but you can pull it back out and you'll see the button has popped through the hole. Now we're going to set that aside. We're going to grab the other tube, again grabbing the longer end and the other smaller plastic component. Now this plastic component also has these keyed features, just as we did on the first one. We have a little bump there. We also have the same keyed feature here. Now we're going to insert the tube into that channel, lining up those keyed features. Again, depressing the button. Now we're going to wiggle the tube. Now again, I went too far there, but I need to back it out a bit. Get that button to pop through. There we go. So you can see now the button came through the hole. Give a quick tug and it's firmly in place. Now, what we need to do is get these 2 tubes inside of this fabric here. And just to kind of show you what we're going to be doing on these next couple steps, is we're going to be connecting these tubes together inside of the fabric. Now you'll notice as we assemble these tubes inside of the fabric, we want these two curved sections facing upwards. And these curved sections are on both sides. So once we get these two tubes inside of the fabric, we'll connect them and be all finished. But first we got to do them one at a time. So we'll grab the tube with the larger plastic component on it. And what we're going to do is we're going to insert it. Okay, so this is the side of the fabric with the two straps. That's the side we do not want right now. We want the side with no straps. Now what we're going to do is insert the tube into that big sleeve. And again, we're going to keep this curved section facing upwards. Now as you get it in there, you can kind of feed it through and get it along the outside of the fabric. I'm going to rotate that around. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing with this component. Again, keeping this curved section up. Okay. Now you can see we have the curved section up here and the curved section up here, and the soft napper side of this product facing upwards as well. Now what we're going to do is connect the two tubes together. So as you can see here, you can see the two tubes we need to get connected. Now it's very important that these two are lined up, or else it's going to be a challenge to get them assembled. So you can see right now they're not lined up. So what we can do is now jump to this other side. See if we can get these lined up a bit more. So there we go. These lined up better now. Push them together. You can see the button pops through. So that's when it's secured. And we're going to do the exact same thing on this side. Pushing the button in. And there we go. So we're almost done. One last step is you'll notice, so we have these two straps here. And we also have two slots on the plastic component. What we're going to do is grab our strap like this. From the inside, we're going to insert it into this bottom slot. We're going to take it, do a 180-degree turn, and feed it right back through the other side and pulling it. And you'll see now, you can see both ears of the fabric sticking through, and that means it's firmly connected. Now we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. You can see the strap here. We're going to take it through the bottom slot, turn 180 degrees, go right back through the other slot, pull it through, check that both ears of the fabric are sticking out, give it a quick tug, and we know we're good. So there we have it. This is our reversible napper changer accessory. Next I'll show you how to attach this to your pack and play. Alright, well now that we have our napper changer assembled, I'm going to walk you through how to assemble this into your pack and play. Now make sure you grab your instruction manual. You can turn to page 29 and that'll help us as well. I'm going to set my instruction manual in the bassinet here. As you can notice, we have our entire pack and play assembled along with the bassinet inside. If you're not familiar with how to set your pack and play up, please refer to our how-to section on YouTube, and we have a nice video in there for you. One thing to note is that the napper changer can only be assembled into your pack and play when the bassinet is installed. So we do have our bassinet here, and we're going to go ahead and assemble our napper changer. As I hold the napper changer here, you can notice a tab that hangs down from each side. There's one on the other side as well. These tabs will fit into two slots in the side of the bassinet. One slot here and one slot there. So as you can see, I'm going to orient those tabs with the slots. I'm going to insert them down, and I'll hear a snap on both sides. I can give a quick tug. I know it's firmly connected now. Now, this is in napper mode, but if I want to change it to changer mode, it's quite easy. So what I'll do is, on one half of the napper changer, there's a button. So I want to push that button down, and then on the inside there's a little handle. You can grab this other plastic component and pull up. Once I pull it up, I disengage it, and it allows me to rotate. So I can rotate 180 degrees, and now I'm going to push down to lock it in place, and you'll hear a snap. There you go. You may need to kind of rotate it in to get the snap. So we know it's firmly connected now. So that's the overview of how to use the product, how to rotate it from changer to napper mode. Now, I'm also going to walk you through how to remove this. And it's important to note that if you do want to use the bassinet with your child, you do have to remove the napper changer. The way that we do that is there's two ways. I'll walk you through the longer way first, and then I'll give you a quick tip. So what we need to do is remove this clip from the side of the bassinet. And the way we can do that is you kind of spread the clip apart, pull it up, and as we get it up, it exposes the tab down here. Now there's this middle button here. I'm going to push that in, and you can see it disengages. So I can, now that I have this one side disengaged, I can push this clip back on the side of the bassinet, and now do the exact same thing on the other side. I'm going to pull this clip up. Takes a little bit of force. Now that I have it popped off, lift it up, expose that button. We'll push that in. And there you have it. The napper has been removed. Make sure we put this C-clip back on. There we go. Now, that's the long way. If you have trouble finding that button, that's the way to do it. Now, I'm going to show you another quick tip. Okay, so we have our napper changer installed right now. Now, we need to push that same button. That button you can actually see through the mesh down here. Right in the middle, you can kind of feel the component. Right in the middle, we're going to push that button and then lift up. Much, much easier, but it is a little bit difficult to see that button. Now I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Find the plastic component, the button's right in the middle of it. You can kind of see it through the mesh. Push it and lift up. And there you have it. We removed the napper changer. Well, that's about it for us. I hope you enjoyed the segment. Thanks again.
Thanks, Chad. There you have it. That's the reversible napper and changer on one of Graco's newest play yards. If you have any other questions about this, or if you have other videos that you want to see here on the YouTube channel, get in touch with us on Facebook or Twitter, or visit our blog at blog.gracobaby.com.